Hello my friends and fellow VEDSies, get ready with me while I pack for a wedding. It's September 30th and I've got a wedding to go to this week. I'm going to be flying several thousand miles with my parents, but today is also the last day of VEDS. I have not been super consistent with VEDS this year. There have been a lot of times where I sort of took 3 days off at a time. I don't know, it's just one of those things. This year feels a lot more relaxed than other years in VEDS, so when I previously missed a day in VEDS, it felt like a big deal, and this year I was a lot more go with the flow, and there were times that I fell behind and caught up and fell behind again, and I just felt okay about it. But one thing I haven't done a lot of this year is reflection videos. Normally I would take a day of the week and I would use it to reflect on my fellow VEDSies videos, and I haven't really done that this year. And even though I would like to finish up the videos that I'm behind on, I'm not sure when or if that's going to happen, so I wanted to make sure that I take time today to do a little bit of a VEDS wrap-up. There are two stories. There's the story of VEDS, and then there's the story of the VEDSies. The story of VEDS is the story of what happens here on YouTube. It's the story that plays out in all of our videos. It's a tale of creativity, of perseverance, of triumph and disappointment. The story of VEDS is the story that you all see, and it's a story that we all participate in and collectively create together. But the other story, the story of the VEDSies, is really 7 stories, all intertwined, like a loose braid that gets more tightly woven every September. These are also stories of triumph and disappointment, of creativity and perseverance, but instead of happening all together, they happen in many different places, some of them thousands of miles apart. Every year, you hear us VEDSies say this is an extraordinary group of people, an exceptional group of people, and if you're not one of the 7 of us, this might sound kind of cheesy or corny, but it is true. The thing is, I've been thinking a lot about why we do VEDS and what kind of person does VEDS, and the difference between doing this as an individual versus doing it as a group. Here's the thing. There are a lot of people who I think are motivated by creative challenges for themselves. There are a lot of people who might be interested in creating a video every day for 30 days. Sure, it's a lot of work, but for a lot of creative individuals, what we need is some kind of deadline or project to keep us focused and motivated. But I think it's a different thing to do VEDS year over year with the same group of people and to take the time to watch everyone else's videos and leave comments and engage. Over the years, I think I have become more interested in not the story of VEDS, but the story of the VEDSies. I feel lucky to get to celebrate with my fellow VEDSies when they have good news, to acknowledge their victories, their small triumphs, to get to witness personal transformations and growth. Whether it's a breakup, an engagement, a name change, a major surgery, a new job, or a dream role, we all have big things happening in our lives that we share inside our videos and outside them. I'm always proud of my fellow VEDSies for the videos they make, but this year I find myself feeling really proud of the people they are and the things that they do that are not necessarily captured on camera. A couple people have said that I'm brave for doing my Challenging Negative Thoughts series, but I don't think what I'm doing with that series is any braver than what any of us are doing. All of us have chosen to make ourselves vulnerable by sharing our thoughts, ideas, interests, questions with the internet. And we do it in hopes of forming a connection, so I can only say that it's been a resounding success. Every year of VEDS feels different. Some years feel more successful than others, but this year has been special to me because it's the first year where it really feels like the pressure is off. And I'll tell you what I've realized. I've been doing VEDS since 2019, and when I started, I had a commitment to this project. But now, I have a commitment to these people. When I started VEDS, making a video every day for 30 days felt important because that was the project, that was the challenge I was setting for myself. But now my commitment is not to the project. My commitment is to Caleb and Graham and James and Jeffrey and Tessa and Pip. My commitment is to make time for them every September, to listen, to share, to show up. So the reason that I'm so proud of my fellow VEDSies is that I think we've all chosen this year to find our own way to show up, our own path to doing VEDS. Maybe that's VEDS and doing vlog every other day in September. Maybe that's letting yourself skip a few days and catch up. Maybe that's not doing all 30 days. Maybe it's filming on days where all you have to show us is you running errands or making a sandwich or cutting apple slices. And so instead of feeling disappointed when I or my fellow VEDSies don't make it to 30 days, instead I just feel incredibly grateful that as we get older, as our lives change, as our responsibilities evolve, we all continue to make this commitment to each other. And I think that's most of what friendship is. It's showing up. So thank you all for showing up and for being, as I say at the end of my videos, my friends and fellow VEDSies. With any luck, I will see you tomorrow, and if not, I will see all of you next September.